Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. BADI ALEKHYA, Associate Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, R.M.D. Engineering College. Today, we are going to discuss one of the important concepts in test and speech analytics, test classification. What is test classification? So, we have testable data in natural language processing or either in test analytics. We have a testable data with us. How we are going to assigning predefined categories or label means by using test classification techniques. In simple words, test classification is the process of assigning a predefined categories or labels to the testable data. So in the heading itself, classification is there. Mainly it comes under which type of machine learning task means supervised machine learning task, because it's based on, it depends on labels of testable data. Based on the labels to the testable data only, it's going to classify the test on training. So it is widely used in various different types of applications like topic labeling, spam detection, and sentimental analysis. So these are some of the common test classification tasks. Sentimental analysis. So you people aware of it. What is sentimental analysis? If you are going to give the review of a product, if you are mentioning that the product is amazing, it's representing positive. If the product is worst, it's representing negative. If the product is average, means it's representing neutral. Based on your sentence, it analyzes and providing a common keyword and providing the common label to your particular sentimental test. We are called it as sentimental analysis. Coming to the spam detection. In your mail, you will receive, we are received some mails like, congratulations, you win $1 million, $2 million. At that time, the test classifications plays a major role. The given sentence, it understands the scenario, and for the given sentence, it is assigning a label. It is a spam mail. So I repeat it again. What is test classification is nothing but assigning labels to your testable data. Here testable data under sentimental analysis, the product is amazing. If I am giving the testable data like this, the test classification will assigning a positive label to the particular sentence. Under spam detection, if I am giving a input, congratulations, you win $1 million, means that sentence, it take it as testable data. The testable data assigning the labels by using test classification mechanism and give an output as spam. So here label is positive and spam. So what is topic classification? So in the previous we have discussed what is sentimental analysis, what's the role of the test classification in sentimental analysis, what is spam detection, what is the role of test classification in assigning the label for spam detection. Now under topic classification, here also if we are going to give some common name to the particular scenario, that a match between team A and team B was trailing, means it representing what? It's representing sports label. Like that, for the given testable data, if you are assigning the labels, that concept we are called it as test classification. Intent detection, look at the example. What is the weather today means? That representing which type of question? It is inquiry based question. So it is assigning the label as weather inquiry. And document classification. If I am studying a research article on A, it's representing the topic as artificial intelligence. Under language detection, if I am giving some sentences, it is going to identifying the sentence and providing the label as language. So named entity recognitions, you people are aware of this in NLP. To identifies and classifies the entity legs. For if I am giving one sentence, in that particular sentence, which word will represent names, locations, and corresponding information. For example, Apple Inc. is based in Cupertino. Here, Apple Inc. is organization and Cupertino is a location. So based on the scenario, we have to understand the meaning and providing the classification, whether it is organization, whether it is place, whether it is name or location, will be also a part of test classification. And fake news detection, we can able to classify that the news posted under social media is real or fake. NASA confirms aliens exist now. This fake or output is fake news. So there also we are using test classification for assigning labels to produce the output to the user. So under review classification, the camera quality is superb means superb is representing negative comment. That's why it is providing negative review. The label of your output is negative review. And test tagging. In under, if you are posting any things means for that main topics, if you want to classify means that type of facilities also will be provided by the test classification. These are the some of the common tasks performed by the test classification. So example of sentimental using test classification, we just see the positive comment in the initial slide. Now let us see for positive, negative and neutral, what is the role of test classification to providing the label under sentimental analysis. If the particular client or user will providing the comment as the movie was fantastic, so it is representing some positive comments, therefore the test classification will provide a label positive. I hated the ending of the story means it's representing negative comments, therefore the test classification providing a negative as a label. It is an average experience means it's not representing both positive and negative, it's representing neutral analysis, neutral sentiment. That's why the test classification mechanism assigning the label neutral. So generally, what are the steps we have to perform before performing any testable process? We have to normalize the testable data. So what are the steps in it? Is pre-processing the data by removing punctuations, converting the entire test into local case, and then you can apply tokenization to perform any test classification. And then extract features based on mechanisms like term frequency, inverse document frequency or word embedding techniques. And you train a classifier using any machine learning algorithms, Navy-based SVM, and you predict the sentiments for the new test. Like that, in the input, if I am using I love the movie, you can use any classification algorithm in under ML to predict the given test is providing the label positive, negative or neutral. This is the way you are going to process the test classification mechanisms. First you consider the data, pre-process it and extract the feature and apply to the machine learning algorithm for the testable data, and then machine learning algorithm will predict or classify or assigning a label to your new test. So these are the algorithms what we already studied in ML Navy base. It's good for the testable data of test classification. It's good for spam detection and sentimental analysis. If you want to apply the labels, if you want to predict the labels for the spam detection and sentimental analysis, which type of classification algorithm is best in test classification is Navy base. And if you want to deal with high dimensional data, you use support vector mission. And if you want to intent detection, we see, I will revise that example. Intent detection. What's based on the question, it has to understand the scenario and providing the labels. If the type of questions means, you can use recurrent neural networks. And fake news detections, topics classification. For this type of applications, you have for this type of applications, we will consider transformer algorithms. And for queries and questioning answer dialogue system also, we can use transformers. So then last, coming to the applications of test classification. In customer feedback analysis, we are using test classification, and in email filtering, we are using test classification, and content moderation. That means what we can find out that identifying improper classification and social media monitoring. Social media monitoring based on the trends or business management, classifying the user post. We can also use test classification mechanism in social media monitoring. These are some of the applications of test classifications. That's all students for the today's sessions. We will meet with some other new concept in the next session. Thank you all.